guys? How's it going today? I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the Monday stream this week as we sit back here on the Grand Exchange and try to make a little bit of money today. Welcome everybody in the live chat. The first person to get here today was Citizen23, also known as Lord Guthix. Good to see you, man. We also have Hornet, Ryan Sellers, Sunled, and SS Kappa in here as well. So thank you guys for joining today. We got Baby Bear RS over on Twitch as well. Welcome everybody to the stream today. Be sure to drop a like if you are enjoying it, and let's get into it today. Now, we had a little bit of a crazy session yesterday evening. I actually was flipping for about, I would say very casually flipping. Hey Cup, thank you for the follow over on Twitch, man. I will say I was casually flipping yesterday evening for about 2.5 hours maybe. Was able to make about 6 mil, not trying super hard on those flips, and then all of a sudden, boom, flash crash on one of my items, trading back about 5.4 mil to the exchange on one item alone. And thank God I did, because I looked today and that item is currently trading for about 25 mil less than where I was able to buy it yesterday. So we avoided a little bit of a loss by getting out of that item early in our session. Then, because I was, obviously demotivated, basically traded all my profits back after that, I had to go for another hour or so, and we actually had a pretty solid hour after that. We walked away with a 6 mil profit in the end. So up 6 mil, lost 5 mil. And then got another 6 mil in there. Anyway, guys, enough of that. I just thought I had to share it. Welcome everybody to the stream today. Let's go ahead and get some flips listed. Now, we're going to break into the Dragon Claws first here today. They have been doing quite well for me, although I don't quite like them at this price point, right? The Dragon Claws are getting to their higher end for their price point right now. Currently trading over the 61 mil mark, which is actually pretty expensive for Dragon Claws. Usually I don't like to touch these too much after they get over 61 mil, and they usually don't go above 62 mil. So that's kind of a good rule of thumb for the Dragon Claws. So this is going to be a little bit riskier of a flip for us today, but we're going to try it anyway because it's the live stream and we always do stuff like that. Now, I'm going to try to do some different items today, but let me just go ahead and get some solid items that we almost always flip in first, and we're going to do the Imbued Hearts. I don't think we're going to do too many lower volume items today, right? We're not going to hunt profit on those items too much today. And the reason I'd rather just not do it today is, well, first of all, yesterday's session was quite crazy, but on top of that as well, I just, I don't want to get locked up in anything that's going to take us too long during the stream today, okay? I just want to cycle through a lot of different items here and just see if we can make anything from it. We're going to do the Dragon Pickaxe next, actually, and then we're going to cycle into, actually, let me do a couple higher volume things first. We're going to do the Diamond Dragon Bolts E, and then maybe we'll check out the Dragon Darts as well, and then we'll balance that out with the Dragon Pickaxes. Let me get a few of those listed on the exchange. About 7 GP for the Diamond Dragon Bolts E. Really solid margin on those right now. This is one of the items I love to flip. I love flipping those Diamond Dragon Bolts E. Super easy to flip, high volume item. Usually going to net you over a 5 GP margin on that. Let's check out the Dragon Arrows while we're at it as well. And see, even with this cash stack, guys, I will go ahead and flip these cheaper items as well. And it is the live stream, of course, too, so I do want to showcase some good items for you guys to flip as well. So we are going to branch out and flip a ton of those items that kind of apply to everyone, right? So anyone can flip a lot of these items here. I like to do just a wide variety of stuff on the live streams, okay? Sunled over on YouTube says, the Dragon Claws are always the first on stream, it seems. Yeah, we've been doing them a lot recently on the stream, and the reason that I've been doing them so much is because they've actually been pretty good for us recently, so I want to keep doing them and kind of encourage that, right? Let's do the Armadillo Crossbow. I'm trying to think of some new things we can flip today. I still want them to be, like, gear-related items, but anyway, maybe we'll do the Pegasians before we do the Primordials or something, just to change it up. By the way, if I am just flipping for an hour, like if I log on and I just want to flip for an hour, this is typically how I would handle it. I'll just go in and flip a bunch of like higher priced gear items that still have a relatively medium, I would say like I'm looking for medium to high volume gear items that I'll go ahead and flip, and that'll make me a good bit of money. I tend to know exactly what I usually, want to break into with the allotted time that I do have to flip. And then, of course, when I log off, I kind of set some, not overnights, but just like some more passive flips that take like maybe an hour, 2 hours to complete, depends how long I'm going to be logged off, and that's if I plan it out in advance. I do have a good one that we can do today. Let's go ahead and do the Justiciar face guards today. I haven't done these in a while on stream, so I want to make sure we bust back into those, see if we can get a good margin on them. We used to get really good margins on these, so I'm curious if we can still get a good margin. Looks okay. It doesn't look amazing, but we'll let these do their thing. Citizen23 recommends the Dragon Warhammer. That is a great recommendation. Let's go ahead and list a few of those. We also have SS Kappa, also over on YouTube. He says, honestly, you get in a pattern. You flip certain items first to ensure that you can get that easy profit. 100%. You want to cycle through that kind of like that main list of your items, right? Which is why I always recommend making an item list. But if you do want an item list to start with, go check us out in our Discord group. We have a completely free item list in there that you guys can use as well. Just be sure to join us in Discord with the link in the description below. And actually, I use that a fair bit as well, just to kind of like get reminded of certain items. Let's do the Dragon Warhammers first. You know, the Dragon Warhammers are kind of giving me a funky run recently. You know, I like doing them overnight, but I can never get the pricing right. I either list too low or too high, like, and then I buy them overnight and I sell back for like no profit, or, you know, I list them too low and they just don't fill. So, you know, they really haven't been too good for me recently. My overnights recently, I would say, I did the Blade of Saildor was one of them. Someone in my Discord group pointed out that there might be some good opportunity on the Saildor, so I did flip a few of those. I did the Eldridge Orb last night for a 5.8 mil profit. That was my best overnight flip last night, so that was great. And, oh, I had a crazy flip this weekend. The Toxic Staff flip. Actually, let's go ahead and see if we can get a good margin on those. The Toxic Staff, I posted this too, which is freaking insane. I flipped a Toxic Staff limit for 8.1 mil actively. I didn't think it would fill. I was like, there's no way this is going to flip, and it did. And I was just shocked by the situation that I found myself in. I had no idea that you could make nearly that much profit on it. That's one of my best active flips I have ever had in my entire flipping career as well, which was obviously a nice surprise. But let's do the Amulet of Fury to fill off this last slot here. It's going to run us probably about like 18 mil to do the limit. Oh, probably a lot less than that, actually. They're not that expensive, it looks like. Okay, we just profited on the margin check. Good to see that, man. We're just gonna stay away from that then. We'll do the Necklace of Anguish, I guess. We'll do a few of those. And then we'll do, once we get a little bit more money, we'll go back and do the Tortures afterwards. Sorry, we're going to get into those comments in a minute. Welcome, everybody, to the stream today. I hope you are enjoying it. Be sure to drop a like if you are. We're just going to go for a quick hour of flipping today, guys. I'm a little bit behind on video making. I got to be honest. I got to get that new series down. Not new series, but the 10 to 100 mil flipping series. I've got to get recording for that episode. You know, I don't think it's going to come out on Wednesday, but I'll try to get it out this week. And then I have another video that's in production as well. I'm behind, okay? You guys got to yell at me. I'm behind on videos, and we need more videos on the channel. We have to get to 10K subscribers in 2021. That is the goal. 10K. I think do you guys think it's feasible? I think it's feasible. You know, we've been streaming so much here on the channel recently, like way more than I ever have in the past, and we've been doing it consistently. This is like maybe our third month, going on a third month probably, of consistently streaming like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, I think it's just been going really well. What do you guys think? World of RS over on YouTube says, hey, Zero, tomorrow I'm going to an appointment that will decide my future for the next 8 months. Will they take me to the army or not? Oh, no. Good luck, World of RS. I don't know if you want to go or if you don't want to go. I guess it would be a cool experience, but I don't know if you're going to be doing dangerous stuff. So good luck for whatever outcome that you're looking for. Hey Cup says Lamau how. Hey Cup over on Twitch, I have zero idea how we actually made it out on that Toxic Staff. Literally zero idea, but it was crazy to say the least. Profit on the margin check, that's some hypnotic flipping. It does happen occasionally. It's kind of a rarer situation that you're going to find yourself in, but we always take those in stride, right? looks like we're having not a ton of activity on the Grand Exchange so far today. Looks like items might be moving a little bit slow, or competition is high, but my guess is probably just lower volumes today, not making things too exciting. But we'll just sit back and let these items buy out. We decided not to flip on the alt account today as well, as I did start the next episode of 10 to 100 mil, and I don't like to flip on the account when I'm recording episodes of 10 to 100 mil, because then I have to like track the profits differently, and I don't know, I'm just lazy and I don't feel like doing it. But anyway. So I actually do have a question for that 10 to 100 mil series. Do you guys want me to try to upload as many episodes as I can, or should I just like take a while and record them slowly and then have more profit per episode? What do you guys want? Because I feel like if I take too long, then first of all, you know, my bonds are going to run out. I'm going to have to keep paying for bonds. And on top of that as well, it's not going to be like a consistent series as much. So I don't know. I'm still up in the air about what I want to do with that, because I could easily include more profit per episode, but World of RS says, I don't want to go to the army, but if they think I'm good, they will take me, but I hope not. Well, you're a RuneScape player, so what? You can't have that much to offer, let's be honest. Jay Hefner over on Twitch. Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in today. He says, another stream. Hope your keyboard is working all right. It is. It's back to normal. I don't know what happened. And it wasn't like water damage. It was really weird. It just like stopped working. I'm pretty sure it was unrelated to the beer, because even after it was completely dried out, it still wouldn't work for me. But now it's working fine, so we're all good to go. Same keyboard as well, right? No changes. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. Leave a like if you are enjoying. Be sure to give us a follow over on Twitch. If you're not followed with us already over there, we'd love to have you. But anyway, a little bit of a slower start to the session today. Surprised that we haven't filled any more of these Dragon Claws yet. I'm not super shocked about these Imbued Hearts, because sometimes they're a little bit stubborn when you try to buy them. We'll try again, though. Give it a little bit of a price knock up, and we'll see how that goes. Not too much. We're going to give it about a 10k boost. On a lot of these, you know, medium volume gear related items, I don't know what to call them, but I guess like PVM related items, you could say. Anytime I do a price adjustment on those, if I did a margin check, put a listing in, and none of the items have bought, I'll usually knock it up like 10k or so. I feel like that's a good knock that'll get you past anyone who's trying to like overcut you, undercut you, and if the items just shifted naturally, it should still put you in the running to get a few at that new price. Because you don't want to margin check 100 times, right? Because first of all, that costs money. And second of all, well, you really don't want to do it more than once. But second of all, you're going to eat into your item limit, right? So the more you margin check, the more you pay, and the less you can flip the item. I think after we move some of this stuff around, we will cycle into the Dragon Hunter Crossbow or the Dragon Hunter Lance. Potentially both. It depends what they look like today. I haven't looked at the markets today. This is my first time really flipping. I did get on and sell my overnights, but I haven't done much besides that. Work's been kind of busy, so I haven't really done too much flipping. Yum beer, says Citizen23. No beer today. It's the Monday stream. Okay, we're just gonna sit back, get some flipping in, see how much we can make off the exchange today. I'm hoping we have good markets, because the markets last week were absolutely insane, making so much profit last week. And it's just a shame, because now we're down 733k. We're sitting at the exchange. We're waiting for these items to fill. It's not like that fast price action that we're looking for, but anyway. Sunlight says, what is that item below the bolts? That is the Toxic Staff. It's a pretty decent flip. Would not recommend this for beginners. It's going to run you about 8 to 9 mil to flip one of these. To flip the limit, maybe you're going to want to be working with a 150 to 200 mil cash stack to just kind of normally flip that in a session. And I wouldn't list 7 of them unless you have a lot of money, because the Toxic Staves are not that easy of a flip. They're pretty low volume, like surprisingly low volume. So they do take a while to actually trade. And I feel like people who are newer to flipping, if they try to flip them, they might panic sell them thinking they've gone down in price, when really they just take a while to trade. All right, we got to move some stuff around here. Not having a ton of luck on the Dragon Claws, but they weren't a massive margin anyway. We weren't making a ton of money regardless on those. So we're just going to try to escape that as quick as we can here. And we don't have like any real profit today, so we need to get moving here and get some profit in, as we are already 14 minutes into the stream. We need to make some money today, boys. We're going to give a knockdown on these Armadillo crossbows. It's looking a little bit sketchy on those, not going to lie. We haven't sold any of them yet, and it looks like they filled kind of fast, so we need to keep a close eye on those. We did get out of the Dragon Claws, though, so that helped a little bit. We'll go ahead and do... let's do the Dragon Hunter crossbow. We do have 514 mil, which is a pretty good amount to do them. I'm surprised that the Dragon Hunter crossbow has actually been on a downward trend. It sort of makes sense because I guess the Twitch Prime events are over, and I'm pretty sure people who are using the Dragon Hunter crossbows on bot accounts or things like that must be selling them back, I guess. But I thought with the leagues coming to an end that the Dragon Hunter stuff would start to uptrend again, but that's not really the case, right? Because we kind of had a stagnant / sort of an uptrend on the Dragon Hunter crossbow, the Dragon Hunter lance, but then all of a sudden recently everything just crashed, so I'm not really sure. It wasn't like a quick crash, but it just started to downtrend again. I thought that was going to be a consistent uptrend till about the 100 mil mark, but it doesn't look like that is the case. It's always good to watch your flips and just make sure that when you are flipping, especially on longer periods of time, that you are just looking for trends, right? Is the item trending upwards over time, or is it trending downwards? It's really easy to tell these things, and it gives you a lot of information on how to play the trade. Jordy Baldy says, hi on Twitch. I wonder if you even look at this chat. I do, Jordy. Don't you worry, man. Naut says, are you wearing a party hat? Yes, I have a party hat. It is a green party hat on my head. It's not a white party hat, as so many people like to point out, but I'm telling you, it's green. Wait, I need to get a good listing on these. Hold on. Okay, those Justiciar face guards should sell. They bought a little bit quicker than I anticipated, but not quick enough to where I'm too surprised about it, if like that makes sense. I'm not worried about it. Where are the good margins at today, boys? We had an insane market the last week. All of a sudden, we get into the flipping today, and the margins are just not the same. Lewintag popping over on YouTube. He says, yo, good to see you, Lewintag. Thank you for stopping by today. We also have Sunled as well. He says, I made so much money lately, 7 to 22 mil in 3 days, that my cousins thought I bought GP. Hey, that's what happens when you come here on the Scapenomics channel. You get the best flipping advice, tips, tricks, and strategies to make you a ton of bank in old school RuneScape. And Sunled, we are happy to have you, man, because you are one of our newer members, and clearly you've been able to make some money off of the tips. So, welcome to the team, man. I'm glad it's been working out for you. By the way, guys, if you want to join us on Discord, be sure to join us with the link in the description below. We basically have a complete flipping community over there. I think we just passed 1,700 members over on Discord. We're coming up on that 2K, guys, which is really, really exciting. I didn't even know 2,000 people in old school RuneScape would even be interested in flipping. So it's just really cool to see that. Really cool to see the community we've got building up there. And we do have some plans for the channel in 2021. We've got a big operation going on right now, which is going to take a long time, but I'm working on it. And it's going to be really awesome when we get this thing launched. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Should be like maybe mid 2021. We'll be able to get that out to you guys. Whew. We have Daver08 over on YouTube. He says, hola, good to see you, Daver. Thank you for stopping by, man. We have MC Elemental says, hey, man, I got GE Tracker yesterday because of you. MC Elemental, I hope you used my GE Tracker link in the description below so I get a little bit of the subscription revenue, but if you didn't, that's all right. Anyway, I hope you do enjoy a GE Tracker Premium. I hope it actually works out for you. I think it's going to really help you, especially if you're someone who's looking to try to learn overnight flipping, then GE Tracker Premium is really, really great, as it shows you the daily prices of items, and on top of that as well, it lets you build a complete watch list for items. It lets you, there's a ton of tools in there as well. I don't want to like rant about GE Tracker today because I feel like people get annoyed by it. I had a good margin on blowpipes, scales, and furies. Maybe a little bit below your cash tag, but worth a try. I did do the furies, Jay Hefner, but we actually bought and sold one for a profit, which is a little bit shocking. Typically, you're not going to have, like, we margin checked it and we actually made money on it, which is not something that normally happens. But hey, I have with some good luck, I guess. That's like my once a year annual margin check profit, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that one, boys. Anyway. Okay, let's see. We have Baby Bear RS saying, just curious, do you know anything about flipping on RuneScape 3? I have about 4 bill on there, but not sure if the economy is similar to OSRS. I know very, very little, but before I get into it, let me go ahead and let's try and flip those toxic blowpipes. I mean, if people are having luck with them, we might as well give it a try. But so RuneScape 3, from what I understand, bigger margins, slower trades. That's what I understand. I've never played RuneScape 3, so I've never tried flipping in RuneScape 3 because I don't know I don't know any of the items really. I don't know what is the equivalent to barrows in RuneScape 3 these days. Like, I don't know that kind of stuff, right? So I've stayed away from the RuneScape 3 markets, although I have been tempted to try it. I'm not gonna lie, I have really wanted to get my hands on it, but you know, if you don't play the game first, I feel like it's hard for you to become a good flipper because you don't know what items are used for what. You don't know, like, you know, certain, I guess, like, it's not really like a mentality, but you don't know certain things about certain items, right? So, for example, I know a lot of people who train mage, they like to use the imbued heart, and obviously that helps when I go to flip them because I know what they're used for. I know what, you know, how quickly they're going to trade, how many are traded in the game, or like the abyssal bludgeon, I know what PVM it's used for. You know, there's like 1,000 things I could talk about like that, right? But anyway. See, I think Sunlight, I think the Zulrah items and the blowpipes and stuff like that are selling off a little bit right now. So it looks like it was completely from the Sir Pucker video, the hype, as Jagex confirmed they were aware of the bots at Zulrah. I think that's kind of what happened, and people got really excited and started buying up Zulrah items. Doesn't look like the hype lasted, so maybe the recovery is not real. It could be a fake out and continue to uptrend here in the next week or so, but you know, my guess is probably not, but we don't know for sure. So just play the situation as best you can. Try to mitigate your risk if you can, and things like that. I could also make a video on how to, like, do investments from start to finish. I think a lot of people might benefit from that. We do have a video on how to find good investments, though. Vincent Villaju says, what the frick? I thought I was going to learn how to do a sick backflip, and this dork is just playing video games. I mean, you couldn't tell from the thumbnail? Like, dang, man. Maybe I should change up the title a little bit on that one. But it could have also been, like, eBay flipping as well, which I really do want to get into that. That would be so fun to start another channel and just, like, flip eBay items. But anyway, Hoi Fam Who says, dang, the first time I'm able to follow your stream. Awesome community, bro. Thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate that. And I hope you're with us on Discord. I do think you are. And I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Be sure to drop a like if you are, of course. Had to throw that in there, you know? Oh, by the way, guys, if you didn't know, we just started a little bit of a new venture here on the channel, and we're actually selling some custom RuneScape stickers. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but we do have a custom design here of the Hellcat in-game right now. He's kind of pulling at a cash stack there. You can see we have that store up on our Discord group if you are interested in picking up a sticker. It's going to run you about $3 and is another way to support the channel if you are interested. Now, anyway, enough of that. We've got a bunch of items coming through here. No luck on the imbued hearts yet, which I'm a little bit sad about. Hey Cup over on Twitch says, you should learn how to actually do an actual flip, so when people who say that you come in here, you can just prove them wrong. I can do a front flip. I can't do a back flip. And not on solid ground either, so I guess I'm cheating. Oh, Vincent, you play RS, man. Well, welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully, you can see how we flip this gold. We can't exactly do a real-life flip, but at least we can flip our coin stack up a little bit and get this bread, if, I think that's what the youngsters are saying these days. Let's see. Daver says, do you know any Spanish? I am, Venezuelan. Greetings, brother. I really like you. The best person doing flipping is you, I think is what you're saying, Daver. Thank you, Daver. I do appreciate that. No, I don't know any other languages. I just know English, unfortunately. I was really bad at language in school. It was by far my worst subject. And, yeah, that's why I don't know any other ones. Let's see. We've got Hornet on YouTube with another question. He says, do you just flip on RuneScape now, or do you still play the game? Also, if you only flip, when did you end up quitting and playing the game? It's kind of a tough question. Occasionally, I will play the game. It's kind of sad to say, but it's more of a rare event now. Typically, when I log on, I'm just buying and selling items, and I'm trying to grow my cash stack so I can. Here's why I'm so addicted to flipping, right? First of all, I think it's really fun to analyze the in-game economy and just teach people how to flip in RuneScape, because I know that money making in general for a lot of people in video games, it's not that easy. People want to know the best strategies to make money, and in my opinion, flipping is by far the best. So that's why I like it so much, and I feel like it's something I'm good at, and it's something I can share with you guys, which is why I'm so into it. But I want to keep flipping, and I'm so focused on flipping in RuneScape because, one, I want to get better at it so I can teach you guys how to be better at it, and second, it's a fun personal challenge for myself to see how much we can grow the cash stack, and third, the larger the cash stack gets, the more content I can make with flipping, right? So that's why I'm so focused on just growing the bottom line and just showing you guys how it's done. Anyway, we have MC Elemental saying, hey Scape, how do you get the profit tracker to work on GE Tracker? It should work, the profit tracker that is, but the profit tracker is not automatic as far as I know. There is a way that you can like upload a list or something. I forget how it's done, but I'm pretty sure you have to manually enter your trades to track your profit in GE Tracker. I don't think there's an automatic tracker that goes along with it. Anyway, let's get some items moving, guys. We have these blowpipes. We got to turn those around. Do you have a maxed account? No, I do not. I have, let's see, I have like flat 90 combats basically, and so I can do basically any boss, but I just haven't done it in a long time. I do like to go to Corp though. Michael Ingram says, 26 people watching. Let's get at least 26 likes. Let's go. Michael Ingram with the hype, dude. Do appreciate that. Definitely drop a like, guys, if you are enjoying. The likes really help out the content a lot. It gets our content out there for other people to see, more people to join the community, more information for you guys to bounce ideas off of, right? And we were just in there earlier today within our Discord group talking about some good investments, right? People were talking about, hey, potentially nature runes as a good investment. Not something that I think is a good investment at all. I actually don't think you do want to invest in nature runes. It's an item that's been downtrending, although it is at a good price point. It's not something I'm super passionate about recommending. Don't think it's something that's has a great upside in the short term, or really in the next couple of months, most likely. But anyway, I just talk about everything flipping related because I'm just so passionate about it, guys. Does that make me weird? Probably, but it is what it is, I guess. As long as it helps you guys, I'm into it. Now, 170 mil we've got to work with here. Primordial boots are selling off really easily, so I feel like we should cycle into the Big Asian boots as well. See if we can get a good margin on those. Also, those toxic staffs are looking a little bit stale. They do take a while to trade, but 16 minutes, that'd be a little bit long for that. And we'll turn those around as well. We'll try to get those in at a good price here. Also, that Anguish is looking a little bit stiff. Well, I guess we just sold one 2 minutes ago, so maybe not. I would for sure do some bossing with an awesome T-bow or a scythe. Yeah, we easily could do that. And the nice thing about it is we've been doing this for quite some time. So if we ever need someone that's like, hey, like, do you need a T-bow? I easily have access to one. And that's a nice thing as well, is I easily have access to GP if I want it as well, if I need a loan for something. Luckily, there's people in my Discord group that I trust who have loaned me multiple times and stuff like that I can get GP from. So that's just amazing in itself. But I don't like taking it too much because I feel bad taking other people's money for periods of time. But anyway. We have Jordy Baldy over on Twitch. He says, there is a joke that the non-English native people say. What do you call someone who speaks 3 languages? Trilingual. What do you call someone who speaks 2 languages? Bilingual. What do you call someone who only speaks 1 language? English. Okay, Jordy. Okay. I mean, it's pretty true. It's pretty true. Because I really think it's because American education is just not good. Like, if you grow up in America, like, you only really get taught 1 language. Like, maybe you have another language in school, but for me, at least, it wasn't pushed very heavily. So, I hate to say it. Like, we didn't start learning a language at my school until 8th grade. Like, you think I'm gonna learn anything 8th grade onward? Definitely not. Also, I was a really bad student. Really bad student. Not until, I was a really bad student until college. Then I actually took it seriously. And then I had a big brain then, I guess. I don't know. I still feel like it's kind of small, honestly. Jay Hefner says, one thing I think is pretty awesome is that you are basically logging your flips through the streams. That will be an awesome journey / compilation when you hit that 10 bill. Oh, yes. And trust me, once we get, like, literally, once, my first goal is, like, max cash, right? And if I sell the items in my bank, I'm at max cash, but I want to get max cash liquid GP. Then, once we get there, it's not going to take long till we get 10 bill. Like, it really is not going to take very long. Love your hype for flipping. Thank you, Sunlight. I love flipping, man. We have Queen Saraha popping in as well. He says, Star Wars music vibes. That must have been the previous song. Hornet says, what do you do outside of RuneScape? Are you in college or are you working right now? I have a job. I work in IT support, so I answer phones basically all day. Hornet also says he can loan us 3 million GP cash stack when I need it. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Hey, every coin counts, okay? MC Elemental, my combat stats are 90 attack, 92 strength, 92 defense, 94 range, and 79 magic. I know, I'm kind of newbie. Oh my god. Saraha, I like that, man. We have Lewinteg also saying, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. You can, Sunland, you can speak 4 languages? That's incredible, man. Anyway, I should try to learn another one, but I'm not someone who's, like, really passionate about languages. Would I like to speak another one? Yes. Will I put the effort into learning how to speak another one? Probably not. Like, I'm gonna be honest, probably not gonna do that. Luckily, was in response to talking about America. Oh, yeah. That's true, to be honest. I think they say that because if they had to learn another language, they would be incapable of doing so. You know, I could do it if I put a lot of effort into it. I'd rather put effort into other places in my life, I gotta be honest. 173 million, though. Let's do the Abyssal... You know what? We're going to do the Abyssal Dagger without any poison today, because I never flip this item. Like, I never flip this item. I think the last time I flipped this item was on stream, like, a year and a half ago. So, let's give it a run today, guys. Let's see if we can get any good flips on it. I'm really curious, to be honest. Does anyone flip this item? I really never have. I mean, I have before, obviously, but it's been a long time. Anyway, we did get those Justiciar face guards off. 516k profit on those. Very, very nice. We're going to cycle into the legs next. The Justiciar legs. We'll see if we can get a few of those traded. And considering the face guard was pretty good, I do imagine the legs will be quite good as well. But they're not as good, unfortunately. But still worth flipping, in my opinion. And we'll get a full limit of those ready to go. Without poison, PogChamp. The ones without poison are less traded, but higher margin, in my experience. Do you play any other games outside of old school RuneScape? Yes, Hornet. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I play World of Warcraft, the classic version, with my brother, because I don't really see him that much, so we just, like, connect through video games. But yeah, I would say that's probably my second game I really play right now. What happens is RuneScape I always play, and then other games I kind of like cycle through them, right? So, for example, I used to play a lot of Overwatch. Now I don't play as much, but sometime in the future, I bet I'll play a bunch more Overwatch. It's kind of like I have like a bunch of core games that I cycle through over time. I'm trying to play less video games in my life. I want to do less video games, more YouTube content in video games, and like more stuff in real life. Maybe try to get like working out or something like that, something more productive. But the problem is we've got quarantine going on. What am I going to do besides play video games, make YouTube videos? I can't do anything, man. My state shuts down really quickly. They don't want any coronavirus anywhere. So there's not too much I can do about that. I do live in a pretty dense area, so I guess it makes sense, but it's just not a lot I can do right now, so. Bo Rosso says, Abyssal Dagger is the superior dragon bone of the weapons flips. They are very volatile. Thank you so much, Bo. I do appreciate that. I don't flip the item a lot, so we're going to see if we can get it off. I like how you compared it, Bo, to the superior dragon bones, because they are extremely volatile. You are right. Currently 35 minutes into the session, by the way, guys, only 699k in profit. Definitely not a ripper of a session today, not like the previous ones we've had. We've had some extreme luck these past couple of live streams flipping, that is for sure. And it does seem like it has slowed down a little bit, but that is okay. We're going to go in and do the superior dragon bones, believe it or not. We're going to give these a run for their money. We'll see if we can get a good margin on those. Also, anything that we still have buying, we might turn around and try to put in for a sell offer. The stuff that's taking a while, at least. Actually, I think we're fine. I think everything's moving just fine. We'll try and get a few of these going here, guys. List the limit of those. I'll let them do their thing. Hornet says, yeah, I do the same thing, kind of, as well. Yeah, right? Exactly. Wild Muffin, good to see you as well. He says, what's up, Scape? And thank you, Wild Muffin, for honoring the new name. I do appreciate that, because I know you are a longer-term fan, and you just weren't using the old name. I appreciate that. Some people call me Scape, some people call me Nomix. I like both names, or you can call me my full name. I don't care. Whatever you want. Just did superiors. They wouldn't sell. Had to cut by 15 GP. Maybe you'll have better luck. I'm not sure, says Baby Bear RS. Dude, I'm just going to send it. I'm going to see if we can get it in. Not like that. I'm going to see if we can just get this listed, try to flip it. We'll see if it goes well, if it goes badly. I don't try to avoid risk too much on the live streams. I kind of just flip everything and see how it goes and kind of talk through my strategy behind flipping it and my thoughts of, is this going to buy? Is it going to sell? And things like that. Because I like to get into situations that are not necessarily good on live stream, so I can show you how to handle those situations. Because again, they're rarer to fall into those situations. Like it's not as common. So when they happen on live stream, it's really good for me to talk through them and for you guys to take some tips from it. Because if I could make a video on it, I would. But hunting that specific scenario, regardless of what it is, if an item is crashing, if an item is trending up really strongly, those sort of things, you can't always find that during a session, right? So anyway. Hornet says, if you are thinking about getting into fitness, there's a really good guy to watch called Hybrid Calisthenics. I think it's how you say that. He gives really good fitness tips. All right, Hornet, I'll have to look into that, man. But yeah, I mean, it's just, one thing I've realized this year with like so much time indoors, and I'm sure it's been the same for you guys as well. So if you resonate with this, let me know. But, first month quarantine, okay, it's fine. Second month, okay, it's not great. And then like third month on, I've just been dying to get out of it. I just feel like I can't do anything outside really. A lot of stuff is shut down. And even still, it's getting worse again. And even though it's looking up, vaccine and things like that, it's still not a fun situation to be in. And, I guess being bored is a good problem to have compared to what some people are, going through right now. But regardless, I just feel like I got to get out there and I got to do something now. And I'm feeling very motivated for that. So anyway, we're going to cut back on these Abyssal Daggers because I'm just staring at them and, they're not giving me a lot of confidence. So we did pay about a 40k margin check for that, so we'll just have to make it up on another item. We did pass the mill mark as well, so that's very good. And looks like these ancestral hats might not do too bad. We'll get a few of those listed. We'll let them do their thing here on the exchange today. Guys, welcome to the stream today. Thank you for hanging with me on this lovely Monday evening. Be sure to drop a like if you are enjoying the live stream, and join us on Discord with the link in the description below as well if you'd like to join a flipping community of over 1,700 members as of today. Jay Hefner says, yeah, man, those specific scenarios are the things you'd otherwise have to experience yourself, like insta-buying an item. Exactly, right? And it's like, how do you coach someone through an instant buy situation when, first of all, every instant buy situation is different? And second of all, on top of that as well, you can't just go in and just, you don't want to go instant buy an Inquisitor mace, right? For video content and then try to sell it off. Like, I mean, you could, but like, I don't think it's a good idea. Or I don't want to, personally. I'm stubborn too, okay? I don't want to lose money. Yeah, Wild Muffin says it puts a damper on a lot of physical activities. I mean, it depends where you live too, right? If you live in like an area that, you know, obviously has a lower population, then maybe life is relatively normal, or people aren't too concerned with it because there's not that many cases or whatever. But where I live, yeah, it's very, you know, live in a very dense city, so... We went to another lockdown today, says Jay Hefner, until around the 15th of January. Yeah, and all my Christmas plans got canceled, man. You know, I had some plans to see some friends for the holidays, and, you know, obviously we're all young, but we still took, you know, the proper precautions. We, you know, quarantined beforehand, and then Airbnb just, you know, canceled my thing because I guess where we were traveling to is going into a lockdown, and they canceled vacation rentals. So, all that, you know, I was kind of looking forward to that for a long time, but it's fine. Anyway, let's, I'm distracted today. Let's get back into the flipping here. We did finish up on those imbued hearts. As you can see, we made 837K in profit on those. So with a little bit of patience waiting on those imbued hearts, we actually changed what looked like a bad situation into a good situation. Because if you remember, we weren't actually buying those when we listed them in the beginning. They actually took a couple margin bumps to actually get in there. We ended up buying them for about 50K more than our original margin, and we sold them back for around the same sell price. So we still made a lot of money on it, which is great. Now let's do, we haven't done the Amulet of Torture yet, and that should net us some pretty easy GP. And I don't think we want to skip out on the Zenite Jewelry because that Necklace of Anguish was looking really good as well. So I think we were clearing about 60K for every one of those that we did flip. And oh my, oh wait, that's not as much as I thought. That's okay. We'll go ahead and flip a few of those as well, and we'll let them do their thing there. The Ancestral Hats are buying a little bit quickly. We got to keep a close eye on that. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping or investing in old school RuneScape, be sure to let me know. You have me here right now live for you guys, so be sure to ask any questions you might have, and we'll get those squared away for you. Jay Hefner says, yeah, man, that's rough. I feel like things being canceled this year is this year's motto. Yeah, absolutely. You know, what is the depressing thing is, like, how long is it gonna go? Like, that uncertainty is like, it just like eats away at me. Like, yes, it's looking better, but still there's no like, ooh, we're gonna be good by now. So anyway, that's why we have to sit inside, log on to RuneScape, get our flips listed, and just make some bank in the meantime. I mean, that way when things open up, we can go outside and not feel guilty about not making insane gains in old school RuneScape. I mean, I can't even imagine how many hours I've logged this year in quarantine. Like, some days, I've been like putting in massive days, like just hour wise. I don't even want to know how much I've played, honestly. We have Sunlight asking, any spicy items to flip in the 20 million GP range? Yeah, I can give you some item recommendations for 20 mil. You know, with a 20 mil cash stack, I would still relatively stick to high volume items. If you are bored and you want to branch out into other items, you can. But I would be flipping things like air orbs or battle staves. You can start flipping some of the basic herbs if you want. Like dwarf weed, canatine, but be careful with those because they're quite hard to flip. On top of that as well, you could do like infinity boots here and there. I'm just trying to give some items that maybe are less common. That way I don't sound like a broken record recommending the same things every live stream, but Blood runes, death runes, law runes, you're still going to want to flip that kind of stuff. Nature runes as well. Nature runes are on a pretty strong downtrend, so they actually should be a pretty decent active flip for the next day or two. On top of that as well, you can flip things like Dragon Crossbow. Those are pretty high volume, pretty easy to flip. Let me think what else I would flip with a 20 mil cash stack. Definitely make sure you're flipping Adamant Darts as well still. Those are a really good high volume one. Because the nice thing about the Adamant Darts is you're getting like 3 to 5 GP margins on an item that costs like 700k to flip the limit of, right? And the limit's like 11,000. So that's what makes it a really powerful item. Be sure you're flipping that. Let me think as well. You could do, we said air orbs, right? So House teleports, Varrock teleports, Falador teleports. Should be a good enough list for you. And also, we have more items on Discord, but Sunlight, I know you're in our Discord group as well, so I'm sure you've seen that list. And let's see, we got these Superior Dragon Bones still buying up here. We're going to wait a little bit longer on those. It does look like they're buying pretty quickly, so we'll have to see if we can actually sell them. I think, I don't remember who was talking about I think it was, oh yeah, Baby Bear RS was saying, the Superior Bones might be a little bit tough of a flip, so we'll see if we can actually get a good flip on those. I'm hoping we can, although the Superior Dragon Bones recently have been good, but they're not my favorite flip, I gotta be honest. They're just too, they're too like, they just fluctuate a lot. That's what I find with them, and I don't like the fluctuations, personally. I like fluctuations sometimes, but not on the Superior Dragon Bones. They're just too high a volume of an item, and I don't want to deal with, like, such large fluctuations on an item that is traded so frequently. It's very unique in that sense. We just hit a 2 mil profit, by the way, guys, which I guess is not bad, considering we're, what, 1.8 mil an hour right now? Even though we've been flipping less than an hour, so I don't know why. But anyway, beats me, man. We got the Justiciar legs. Let's go ahead and sell those back. Should be a pretty easy flip on those. We got the Primordial Boots off as well. And we have 1 billion GP to work with. Wow, that's a lot. Let's do the Dragon Hunter Lance. We did flip a few of the Dragon Hunter crossbows, but the margin shifted upwards on us really quick, and I just didn't cycle back into it by choice. And it looks like we got a good margin on those lances, though. We'll take a few of those to the exchange here. We'll get the limit going, which is going to run us about 511 mil to flip the limit of those. Also, it did take us below the 2 mil profit mark, so I'm hoping that the Superior Dragon Bones will sell relatively easily and make up for that. Now, one quick tip with even more expensive high volume items is when you go back to sell them, even if it took a while for them to buy, then just go ahead and margin check again. And all you have to do for the margin check when you're going to sell a quantity is just buy one of the item for max price. And then that way, okay, so the item did shift downwards a little bit, but we're still in the profit by a lot. So that way, if you're flipping something that's more expensive, but is still relatively high volume, you know exactly where the sell point is on it. It's not a huge deal if you do this, but I like to do it to finish my flips quickly. You could list it at the original margin and the item is likely to sell, but it might take a little bit longer. You might have some competition underneath you that has to get filled out first before you actually are able to trade an item. Sunlight says, I flip quite a lot of items, excuse me, from the 600k to 1600k. I've been checking the runes, but I didn't see any margins. Most of the time it's just a 2 GP margin. Magic longbows have been doing me well, super fast flip. Magic longbows, you longbows, those are 2 really good high volume flips as well. I think you knew about those though, because I'm pretty sure you were posting some screenshots in our Discord group about that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you were. Anyway, we did finish up on those tortures, which did take us over the 2 mil mark. Let's try to cycle into those. Actually, we do have a lot of money. Let's do the Ancestral Row Bottoms right now. We'll see if we can get a good margin going on these. And some people were asking me, like, do you margin check those Ancestral Row Bottoms? I do. You know, I do most of the time. I don't know if I would recommend it, but I do check them, and I find it's not too big of a deal, personally. Looks like we almost got all these Superior Dragon Bones off. I don't think we listed them incorrectly. Oh, there we go. 144K in profit so far on those. We have a few more to clear up, so maybe 150K profit on the Superior Dragon Bones. Not too bad. Considering how fast that went, I'll take that for sure. Now, the Justiciar leg guards might take some time. Primordial Boots probably should have had these gone by now. We will give it a pretty significant knock downwards. Basically, only going to make like 5K on this last one if it does sell, which it probably will. Wild Muffin says, have you started any Steam release investments? No worries if you don't want to share. So here's the thing is, I know a lot of you guys, maybe you're coming from this video, but you guys saw my, what items to invest in Steam video for Old School RuneScape, Old School RuneScape coming to Steam investment video. I know a lot of you saw that. So I do not invest personally in any of the items that I talk about in my videos, because if I do, then people are going to think that it's a conflict of interest, right? Because, who says that I can't just buy a ton of the item before releasing the video, release the video, and then sell all the item back, right, for a profit? That's mischievous. I don't do that. So I do have investments for Old School RuneScape coming to Steam, but they are items that I have not talked about, that I have not shared, and I want to keep it that way so the investments that I make seem more authentic, they seem more legit, and I just don't want to be seen as like, because if people come across my channel, right, and they see me recommending items, the first thing they're going to think is, oh, this guy's just trying to make money off of his viewers, which is not the case. So I don't invest in any items that I recommend on my channel, on my streams. If I do, then I will make it clear that I'm already invested in something before I tell you guys about it or something like that. That way I have a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like it's more credible. Obviously I could just be like, he's just not telling us he's invested in it. Ooh, but that's just not the case. You just have to take my word for it. Jesus says, love you, Seerescape. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate that, man. So you started accumulating, right? Says Wild Muffin. Yes. If you're thinking about, when should I enter some of these items? I have started, because my item that I'm looking for, looks like it's in a pretty good situation right now, price-wise. I do think it will increase in the future as well. So yes, I have started investing, but not heavily, because I still want to have a lot of GP on hand to flip with. So, what I've been doing typically is overnight, I'll list it, and whatever buys overnight, and then I just put it in the bank. It's basically what I've been doing. But I haven't been buying massive quantities. The item's not super expensive, so anyway, we'll just put it that way. We still have 427 million GP to work with, about 10 minutes in the session here, left in the session, that is. So let's try the Ring of Suffering. That's a pretty quick one, should give us a good margin. Wild Muffin, just going back to that point about the Steam investments, obviously the Steam release, Old School RuneScape coming to Steam, is subject to change, the date that gets released, but if I had to guess, they're not going to move the date. I'm pretty sure Jagex is ready to go with that, Old School RuneScape going to Steam. They already did it for RuneScape 3, so that's a plus. They should be ready for Old School RuneScape as well, and if I had to guess, Steam themselves probably put some pressure on Jagex to get it released by a certain date, so I'd imagine the release date that they have planned as a team is when it will actually come. They said early 2021, but they haven't made any specific dates of when it's coming out yet, although they did give Amazon Prime users who have Twitch Prime or whatever, anyone who has that actually can use, I think they have like an open beta for people with the Amazon Prime. They can actually sign into Steam with RuneScape or something. It's like a beta test thing they're doing, so considering they have that as well, I'm assuming they're pretty close to being done with that. Hopefully that helps you out, Wild Muffin. See, I try to follow the Old School RuneScape news as best I can, because as someone who, invests and does a lot of flipping in Old School RuneScape, I want to know what's happening with certain items. I want to know, hey, is this item getting updated? What's coming to the game here in the future? I want to have the best financial information that I can to make my investments or make a flip, things like that. So I would say I'm typically a pretty good source for Old School RuneScape news. If I don't know something or something has been announced, I usually know someone who already knew about it, who's told me, or I kind of like, I know it sounds really stupid, but I have this like RuneScape network, quote unquote, of people who have just, seen my channel for a long time. They flip with me for a long time. They've taught me things, I've taught them things like that. And yeah, we just kind of have like, I have a big network, okay? I'm a very pronounced old school RuneScape flipper with a massive network of connections, okay? I'm the best, okay? So how do you get your overnights, pal? Says Bo Rosso. So when I do overnights, I think of, okay, like all these items I have on screen right now, I would potentially flip any of these overnight. Just depends on, you know, how I'm feeling. Or what I do is I look at GE Tracker. If I see an item has been fluctuating a fair bit, then I will see, hey, maybe this is a good item to overnight, as it's pretty volatile and we might be able to pick up a few cheap ones. That's really it. When I actually do my overnight investment, which we have a video coming out, I swear, it's taking me forever to film that. I'm going to film some clips tonight for that because I totally forgot about that. We have to get that done. That'll come out some, you know, probably 2021, let's be real. But I do have a mini version of that in my most recent episode of Flipping 10 to 100 mil, where I kind of show you the basics of how I do an overnight. So if you want to see that, you can go check that out. But anyway. You should check the margin on Mystic Firestaff. We have all our slots filled up for now. We won't be flipping for a ton longer today, so probably not going to do too many more items. We're just going to let everything sit for the next probably minute or so, and we'll try to get some sell offers back onto the exchange, try to get these items off, and make some profit here at the end. Probably shouldn't have checked that Armadillo chestplate, to be honest. Jay Hefner, we did do the blow pipes already, actually. I think we did them maybe the first time you were talking about it. Or maybe it wasn't you who was talking about it. Not sure. Sunled says, I did a 1.5 mil profit overnight on a one high volume item yesterday. Didn't post it because I wanted to keep it low key so I can make a lot more on it later. My biggest flip so far. Yeah, that's definitely something I have to recommend heavily, guys. If you find a good item that you're making a lot of money on, don't share the item with other people. Like, don't post it in the Discord group. Don't share it. If you want to share it eventually, go ahead. But you know, there's plenty of items I don't share with you guys as well. There's not that many, but there's a couple. Some that are probably too expensive for most people to flip anyway. But there are some items that I know that are kind of smaller cash stack items, maybe, you know, a couple mil each for these things, that I don't share with you guys because I know personally flipping them on my own, I'm gonna make a lot of money on them. So will I share them eventually? Probably. It's nothing crazy. Like, you're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I flipped that too, or oh, I've seen that. But there are some items that I don't share immediately. Although for the most part, over the years, I have shared, I think, every item I've done at least once. The margins this weekend, though, were insane, so I hope you guys took advantage of that. Friday, Saturday, margins were, ooh, so good. Last week, overall, margins were just, you know, some of the best markets I've ever seen. Some of the best markets I've ever had, personally, or that I've seen in about 6 months. So it was really great to see that. We'll probably see another great market opportunity after the end of the Trailblazer Leagues as well, as a lot of people will come back into the main game. There's going to be a lot of trades going on. There's going to be a lot of trade volume. Going to be great opportunities there as well. And Old School RuneScape coming to Steam. Market's going to be great. I see a lot of great markets coming up for us, guys. Lots of trades happening. Lots of great margins. So just get your flipping down if you're new to flipping. Learn how to get it locked in. Stay tuned to the live streams. Join us on Discord. Learn how to do it because, trust me, we've got some great markets to trade coming up here very, very shortly. Let's go ahead and get these Ancestral Row Bottoms back. Anytime where people are coming back from a league or more people are coming into the game, markets are going to be good, right? Because more people are playing, more trades are happening, more money to be made, guys. And we'll cut back on those Rings of Suffering as well. We only got one, which is a little bit unfortunate. Should sell, though. Shouldn't be too much of a problem on those. And those just this year leg guards. Look at that. They're actually selling. I thought we'd have a little bit of trouble with those. Today, actually, I thought we were going to have trouble flipping a few items, and we actually didn't have too much trouble, which is good. Very happy about that. By the way, guys, if you are watching over on YouTube, be sure to drop a like, guys. We are 28 viewers and 11 likes. I think we can do a little bit better than that, personally. So definitely drop a like if you are enjoying. Really helps me out a lot. Gets my streams out there for more people to enjoy. And also join us on Discord if you're not with us already. There is a link in the description below to that. We've got a community of over 1,700 members, man. Join it up. Woo, we got a ton of good flips in there. I posted my 5.8 mil overnight Eldritch Orb flip on there this morning. I hope you guys liked that flip. It was a pretty good flip, honestly. I was very happy about that. Sierra, what have you done to your name? Says Omar. Omar, good to see you, man. Holy moly, haven't seen you around in a minute. Thanks for stopping by, Omar. It's the name, dude. What's the name, man? You like the name? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I love it, man. I think the new name is great. I miss SierraTube. Hey, look. Same character, different brand, okay? Same thing, man. But yeah, we did a little bit of a name change, what, about a couple months back at this point? I think maybe it was October we did it. Jay Hefner over on Twitch says, I used to do set combinations just this year, etc. What is your opinion on that stuff? Probably need a second account for it, though. You know, there's opportunity for that on one account as well. It's not something that I do, although it is very profitable if you get it right. It's just a lot of effort for sometimes a small profit, right? It's a lot of effort you have to put into finding where these items are trading around. I don't really like doing it. I used to do it a little bit, and then I stopped doing it because it's a lot of effort. I will decant potions from time to time, but I hardly ever do it on my main just because I'm lazy. But decanting potions is a quick way to, you know, use that kind of same concept of combining items. Personally, I wouldn't recommend people really try to do armor sets as much just because it's so much more effort. It's better if they focus on just decanting potions, right? Super easy. The guys right at the exchange. You just can go, you know, trade your potions in. It's very easy to calculate with like 2 dose, 4 dose, things like that. So you can make a lot of money just off the fluctuations there. Best time to decant potions is when the potions are fluctuating a lot in price, where there's a lot of volume on those potions, because that means there's going to be a lot of price disparity as well between the potions. Hornet dropping a follow over on Twitch. We really do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the stream, man. I'm pretty sure today is like your first day here, right, Hornet? I don't think I've seen you around before. Again, I maybe have forgot, which I apologize if I did, but anyway. Anyway, guys, I think we are going to be wrapping it up there today. Unfortunately, we didn't sell any of the lances or the ancestral row bottoms yet. Let's actually give these a little bit of a price knock down, and then if we can actually sell one off before we end it here, that would be great, because that's going to be a lot of profit on each of those that we trade, right? And we paid basically, I think we paid like 250k on the margin check for that. So every one that we do sell will be about a 250k profit. Of course, we do want to sell one to make up for that margin check cost, and then everything on top of that is going to be that crystal clean profit. Anyway, guys, not going to wait around too long for that. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch one item sell, trust me. Anyway, if you did enjoy today's live flipping episode here, be sure to drop a like. Thank you guys for tuning in today on the Monday stream, probably my least favorite day of the week, probably a lot of yours as well if I had to guess. But hey, we need the support on the Mondays. We're so glad you could join us today. Be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed it. Join us on Discord with the link in the description below. By the way, really quick, in our Discord group, please, guys, please, if there's anything I want you to do today, is join the flipping competition we have going on right now, okay? We really need more entries in that flipping competition. Entries close in about 10 days. If you win, you get 10 mil. If you are a runner-up, you get a bond. And I think last place gets a mil. So currently, right now, we have about 4 entries for the competition. And listen. 3 people are going to win money from this competition, okay? There's a good chance you win first or second place with the 4 entries that we have so far. So please go read the rules in hashtag flipping competition in our Discord group. We need as many entries as we can get, guys. I want to run this competition as officially as we can. So please submit a flip if you haven't already, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.